I don't know how to do countdown. I don't usually do countdowns. How do we start a video?
I don't know. We just say fucking go.
This is technically a start of a video.
How do you want to start this off? Do you want to like introduce it?
Well, it's your like topic, sort of.
Okay, so I saw this video, and it was about whether men should have any say on abortion. And I thought, I have a pretty reasoned and middle ground take on it, so I'm guaranteed to make everyone mad. So why don't we just talk about it and record it and maybe put it on YouTube?
Yeah, and I'm the sorry sucker who... It's me. I'm an awkward person, by the way. Like, just so you know.
Oh, it's cool. Me too. I'm faking it right now. Like, I have no confidence whatsoever.
So where do we start? So, I guess a boy meets a girl. Girl gets preggers.
Some stork comes in somewhere.
Should boy have any say in the baby being formed, and whether or not the woman gets rid of the baby? So what are your thoughts?
Okay, so I think men shouldn't have the say on the abortion itself, but they do need like an emergency escape button to be like, yo, I didn't want to have a baby. Like maybe they thought they were on birth control or something like that, and they just didn't think. So they should have some kind of like escape mechanism to get out of the responsibilities of a baby, in the same way an abortion provides a woman an escape mechanism from the responsibilities of a baby.
Hmm.
But I don't think they should have any say whatsoever on whether the abortion happens. Like, that's like your personal body. But the woman should know, like, at a certain time whether they're going to be using that escape button or not. I think that time is debatable, so they can make an informed decision if they want to have an abortion.
Yeah, and I think I have a different opinion to you. So my opinion is that it depends on the circumstance. Not to be diplomatic, but I feel like that there are certain times where men should have a say in whether or not the life of a baby is terminated, and there are certain times where it's unreasonable for them to have a say. So, like, for instance, like, if we compare two examples, we've got, like, if they're in a marriage, for instance, then definitely the man should have a say. And if they're in, I guess, like, if there's a case, it's unfortunate to bring it up, but if there's a case of SA, like, definitely not. Like, they're both polar opposite situations. Do you know what I mean? Like,
so you mean like if a woman is pregnant from sexually assaulting a man?
Or vice versa, like, the man should not have any say or autonomy on that woman's body. But like, in terms of the baby being born or terminated in a case of marriage, that's a whole different story, because that is a relationship where they've got a contract that is determining that they're in a partnership. You know what I mean? And
so you think the men should have the equal say because of that partnership to have the abortion?
Absolutely.
Or to impose it on the woman?
I feel like that, like, if a woman is, because I think I mentioned this to you before, but like cases of when women do revenge abortions, for instance, because they've had like a spousal fight, you know?
Okay, well, I don't
stuff
think
like that.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, kind of. Like, I understand the sentiment, but I think my underlying principle is that no one should be able to tell you what to do with your body. And that not just for pregnancies, like drinking, drugs. If bad things happen because you do these things, then that's on you. And you gotta face the consequences for those actions. But no one, no government, no individual, no corporation should ever, like, have a say on what you do to your body. Even, like, with pregnancy. Pregnancy is like the extreme example of that. And even a marriage doesn't supersede your right to do whatever you want with yourself.
Like, I understand that perspective, but I think that the difference is there's like a third life in the picture, and that's where I sort of see it. Like, it's not just about a woman's body; it's about killing the child, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Like,
I think that makes sense because I've heard arguments for when is the child, and the ones that say like up to 6 months, I think you can make an argument that it's not really a child yet. You can make a really solid argument for me, and then after that, it's questionable. But I feel like generally, if you get to 6 months, this has been figured out by then, or hopefully it is.
So recently, I was in a debate, actually, like in the Discord that we've met in, and this debate had like somebody talk about how, oh, what was it? It was something along the lines of how there are cases where people try and get abortions past the legal terminology, right? And we were talking about the like morals versus laws.
Like a fourth trimester abortion?
Yeah, like 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 can you abort the baby after they're born? No, I'm kidding. But
how many years after? He's out in
like
6th
30 years
grade or you're on
after,
kid's
is it
ass.
fine?
Yeah,
No,
like, yo, he's a little shit. Like,
but like the point was that I think that the big issue that comes along is like putting a number on it doesn't, like, when the clock switches over that second, at 1 second, right? It's like they're determined a human, which I think is where a lot of people get confused morally, you know? Because it's like, there's a legal number, but like morally, like that legal number is just a number determined by a bunch of old geezers in suits, you know?
I see what you mean. I think there's got to be other what's the word I'm looking for here? Like indicators to look for, as opposed to just time itself. Like maybe heartbeat. Maybe is there a way to check if there's brainwaves going on? Like if there's brainwaves going on, that would be like a hard. That's a human. If there's brain activity.
But I feel like also this is like segueing a little bit into the pro-life debate.
It is a little bit. Like there's a lot of overlap. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm pro abortion. Yeah, I'm pro abortion. I had to censor myself, make sure I wasn't saying like pro killing babies real fast.
You probably laugh at this, but I'm pro whatever is right for you morally, unless it's me. I probably would be uncomfortable with the idea.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of them who'd be uncomfortable with that idea. I know like a few who like had to get an abortion and it really fucked their head.
Yeah, like I think at the end of the day, like, I was it like in our like pre-discussion, was it you who brought up the financial side of things? Or was that
the financial side? Yeah, I feel real strongly about that.
So maybe we should re-segue into the
okay, yeah, re-segue towards that.
We are so good at this.
We're on topic. We're great. We're great.
Yeah.
But so I think like what sucks is when a girl gets pregnant and then the guy's like, I don't want to have a kid, and they're like, too bad, we're having a kid anyways, and then he has to pay child support. And I think if you're going to give a girl the right to have an abortion, you need to give the guy the right to at least abandon the motherfucker, as Dave Chappelle said.
I think where we agree on that like women have an opt-out, and it's kind of messed up that men kind of have an opt-out, but it's not really...
Their opt-out is to just not participate, or like really double up on condoms. Their opt-out is to
completely sign away their rights, and there has to be legal proceedings for that to occur. You know what I mean?
Is that a thing in Australia?
It's a lot harder to do than... Yeah, like, it is a thing, but it's not... like...
In America, there is no option. If you are the father, unless there's another romantic partner in the mom's life who could better support the child, you are going to pay child support for the next 18 years.
That's what I mean. Like, you have to sign your rights away to another person, I believe. Like, don't quote me on that, everybody, by the way.
No, I think... I'm pretty sure in America, even if you don't have any rights, you're still paying. It doesn't matter. Yeah. The courts do not care. Yeah. Like, their whole basis is around what's best for the child, and that it quite often ends up being what's best for the mother. Mm-hmm. And so moms get like basically a free paycheck. And there are some really evil women out there who do like have kids with the intention of getting child support and living off of it.
Absolutely. And like, there are women out there too that it's like they use it as like this is gonna go dark, okay?
Oh yeah.
It's like they use the kids as like collateral damage to get revenge on their ex.
Oh, definitely. That's like the number one emotional go-to. Like, well, I mean, it's a breakup. You think how well can I hurt this person? Add a child into it and a person who has no morals whatsoever, and suddenly everything's on the table. Like,
absolutely.
You can hurt them way more with that child.
The really messed up thing about it is like there's nothing that like you can't really do much about it, you know?
I mean, yeah, I mean, the men could sometimes make an argument, or could sometimes get custody. I think that's when like the men's rights activists kind of get a lot of their people.
But the laws are kind of skewed. Like, I'm sure you'd agree, the laws are kind of skewed towards the mother.
Oh, and it makes sense, because 50 years ago, women in the workplace was a no-go. But now, like, we've had a cultural shift towards women joining the workforce and being, like, more or less equal to men. Maybe not physically, like, the trades are still dominated by men. But, like, equal opportunity across the workforce for the most part. And that's been good for women in general, for their autonomy. But I think it's been harmful because, like, we haven't had our laws keep up with it.
100%. Like, our laws are really messed up when it comes to that stuff, and I think that's why people should focus on the moral side and be self-aware about all of these issues, because it's like we've got a bunch of old guys making all of our laws for us, and their wives never worked. Like my uncle, he's like 60 years old. His wife never worked. They got divorced. He pays her, I think, $4,000 a month, and he has like $1,000 to live off of. Yeah.
But she's never worked a day in her life, and she's like 65. It kind of makes sense. It kind of sucks because in the old system, divorce wasn't an option for this reason. But like, it makes sense. She doesn't have job skills, and I think there's like a little part of the generation that got fucked, and people are seeing that, and they're like, "Oh crap, we got to fix this." And then you get the men's rights activists who are like, "Not only do we have to fix this, but fuck all women in general." And it kind of makes getting any change done kind of hard, because then you look like you agree with those psychopaths, you know?
You know what? You know what? I kind of wonder. Like, I kind of wonder what you think about the whole idea of like the nuclear family. Might sound random, but yeah.
I just got into the debate, something linked to this last night on second school.
Yeah.
I like it conceptually. I think like, I'm really into paleontology, or not paleontology. Yeah, paleontology, I'd say, like the evolution of humans in society. I find it very interesting. And something I noticed is that we evolved to have a family unit and a greater community unit. But as like our populations grow. We have what, like 9 billion humans or something like that. I'm probably wrong about the number, but we have like 9 billion humans, let's say, on Earth. The greater community is so big that it has no biology. So like the family, so like the nuclear family as your immediate family, and then your extended family as that tribe within a greater society is how we like, that's the modern day analog to how we evolved. And I think it's kind of important just for developmental reasons. You know what I mean? Like, they're a group that, like, you can learn things from them, and you can, there's a variety of people. There's at least two in your family, the mom and the dad, that you can learn, like, different ways to, like, communicate and handle people from. And then from the extended community, you learn, like, a little bit more in depth. Like, that's the middle school, we'll say, of life. And then you go to, like, high school or something that's, like, the next layer of community around all that. But I think it's important to have that the nuclear family prototype, not exactly, but like that structure for a healthy development.
Yeah. So with that, like, so imagine you've got your nuclear family and the mom has fallen pregnant. She's got like 4 kids already, right? Dad is super excited, but mum is not, you know? And mum goes behind dad's back to terminate the little baby, you know, the little fetus, the little bean, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
Well, like, how, with that, like, how do you, like, do you think that that is morally okay that she's gone behind her husband's back because she's worried about having too many kids? And he was happy and excited, you know?
So I think there's 2 aspects to this. One is like the individual autonomy. I think, like, in the grand scheme of things, the woman has the right to do whatever she wants with her body. That's correct. I think she's not in the wrong for that. Where she isn't, but when she doesn't tell her husband, that's like a social slight, maybe you'd say. Like, there is an unspoken agreement that she's going to work with her husband and be open and honest and stuff like that. You have that if you won't get married. And she's violating that, but I don't think it's wrong for her to get an abortion on her own. What I think is wrong is that she didn't tell him.
What about, say, same scenario, but she basically the day before she is the baby is determined to be human, right? So that one day before, where the last day that you can abort it, she's all happy up until that moment. She's all happy to go through with it. She's agreed with her husband to have the baby. And then she tells him that she's going to get the baby aborted on that last day. Do you think there's something wrong with that? Like, how do you perceive that?
No.
Because she's been honest, but she has given him the hope of a new child up until that last point, you know?
No, there's nothing wrong with that, because it's her body and she didn't hide it, but she was straight up with him. And he can get disappointed and upset to a degree that, you know, she just like fucking shocked him at the last second, you know? But there's nothing wrong. No, I have no issue with that. Like, the guy shouldn't be upset that his will isn't taking precedence over her will in regards to her body.
But should he have certain rights in that situation?
He has the right to be mad.
So you think he has an emotive right, but not anything else?
Exactly, yeah. Like, if the relationship survives that, I'll be freaking shocked. But he has no, like, legal or recourse.
I'm curious to ask you a question about the legal side, even though we were talking about morals.
Okay.
So, say he has a divorce proceeding. Do you think that he should be able to use this case against the woman in the divorce proceedings?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Like as proof that she's the one who ruined the marriage?
As proof that he should be able to exit the marriage, yes. And that she was the cause.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I think you should be able to exit the marriage for any reason you want. You're like, you can be like, yo, her titty's sagging a little bit. I'm out, dog. Like, that's totally fine. It's a little weird, but, you know.
But do you think that he could use that against her as a... You know how people will have divorce proceedings?
Yeah.
And they will have to have a financial debate about where the assets go. Do you think that he should be able to use that in that kind of circumstance?
I think the assets should be split 50-50 unless there's a prenup. I don't think there should be anything, like even that interferes with that.
So you don't think that her terminating his baby without his consent would void that? Like, you don't think it should void it?
It would justify the divorce in the first place, but I don't think it would void it. Like legally. What do you think?
Because, like...
What's your answer to this question? I'm curious.
Like, I kind of feel like that... Okay. Morally, I kind of feel like it's kind of messed up if she's like, I'm killing your kid and then I'm taking half your stuff in the divorce. Oh,
yeah, no. Like, all their shared friends should be like, fuck you, bitch. Like, that shouldn't be in doubt.
I don't know where I stand legally. Like, I don't know where I would put myself if they were to make laws to surround this. What I do know is that I definitely feel like that she's a complete, excuse my French, cunt.
Oh, yeah, no worries. I understand this. You're Australian. You got to get it out eventually. I'm proud you made it this far. But, freaking... Yeah, like, she's kind of a bitch in that scenario, yeah. But she hasn't done anything wrong, technically. Like, she's just blindsided her husband and, taking half the shit.
I disagree. I think she has done something wrong because a marriage is a contract. Like, you know what I mean? Like, essentially, like, not to be super traditional and all that, but essentially, like, isn't traditionally marriages supposed to be like daddy gives the man a lady, you know?
Oh yeah, like, freaking
like
pass a girl like you would a cow. Like, yeah.
Yeah, traditionally, like, the husband and wife kind of belong to each other in a way, legally.
I think I see marriage differently. I see it as you're entering into a contract to be partners, kind of like business partners. And things could go sideways for any number of reasons. And there's any number of reasons why you want to get out. And that's completely separate. And it should be broad as hell for a reason why someone want to get out. So I would see the baby being aborted and disappointing the dad as separate from the divorce. Legally, but maybe not morally. Maybe a little more of it, honestly, because that means that, like, you have differences as partners that you didn't work out. And then you just married the wrong person. You're just dumb.
I mean, like, I also feel like, not to be that person, but I feel like abortion is too easy for people, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like pregnancy is very hormonal and all that. There should be counseling that comes with it for, like,
really?
Yeah, people use abortion as contraception. Like, it's crazy. You know, I'm just like, I would rather buy the tools that I need to not get pregnant than spend a couple of $100 terminating a fetus that was born because I didn't buy the tools that I needed. You know?
I mean, I get it. Yeah, I think it does you credit because it implies that you see human life in general and want to protect it. But I'm just like, yo, if you want to blow all your money on abortions and be completely stupid with your cash, like as long as, you know, those pre-markers we discussed before, like heart rate or brain activity, whichever but society decides upon, as long as you don't violate those, like go for it, homie. It's like cutting off your own toe. I don't recommend it, but you do you.
See, this is where I'm gonna be a little bit weird now. Like, I grew up with a very different culture compared to my counterpart Aussies out there. Okay?
Okay.
So my family legitimately believes in ghosts and fairies and stuff like that. Like, and like not all of them, of course, not all of them, but like some of them do, which means that they believe that life is sacred, I guess. Like, what I'm trying to say is, like, I kind of have a belief system that, like, is a little bit paganistic, but not really.
That's valid. I support it.
Yeah, like, I kind of feel like I don't know about the god stuff, right? Like, I know that we came from something, you know? I don't have the answer for that. And as like, I can say that I believe in things, I can say I don't believe in things, but what I know for sure is that I don't actually know. Like, I can have faith in things, but I don't actually know where we came from. But what I do know is that we are all random pieces of matter that gets recycled throughout the universe, which is kind of a weird form of reincarnation if you think about it. Like, atoms moving from one place to another, but
it is a slow form. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, so like, I kind of feel like that when a thing is created, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? I know that was a little bit of a ramble to get to my point, but like, I feel like that if it is a baby, I feel like it's kind of like, it's very human to think that we are superior enough to put a label on something and have it be what it is. You know what I mean? When
I don't know if
it
it's
is
superior.
actually, it kind of is. Like, it's a little bit egotistical.
Yeah, you're right. It is a little. I would defend that by saying we are superior beings. You know, we invented space travel.
We are the egotistical race. When I say race, I mean species, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, species.
Oh my god, imagine if somebody crops that.
I mean, you know, whatever. Good luck.
Yeah.
Watch the full thing, guys.
But the thing is that, like, I think that when like, not to bring out old memes, but when Babby form, Babby is.
Okay, yeah. So once it exists, you think there's a chance that there's a soul in it.
Yeah, like, when the little egg thing with the little tail meets each other, the little tadpole tail thing gets inside of the egg thing, it is a baby.
Okay, I can see that. So here would be my take. So I don't know if God seems real good. Like, I'm kind of with you on that. I'm kind of agnostic. But every holy book that I've read indicates that after we die, someone's going to judge us. So it seems likely that either nothing is going to happen, or like there's no soul and we're just, you know, life sucks, it ends and nothing. Or you go to a place of judgment. And I think that judgment is between you and whatever higher power exists out there. And if you want to go around, you know, killing babies, like, that we can't prove aren't like humans yet, and the higher power wants to like stomp on you for that, hey, that's between you and God, man. Like, you unfortunate. And I think like everyone kind of rolls the dice in life in that regard.
Just to
Because
be
like we
safe.
can't prove it.
Just to be safe, let's all choose abstinence.
Yeah, there you go. You know, that's why the Catholic Church,
That's the
we don't
answer.
know for sure. Then they invented rubber.
But in all seriousness, like, I feel like if people don't want a baby, right, it is very important to communicate with their partners that they don't want a baby.
Yeah, I agree. That's like every example you gave me, the issue that I had with it is that there is clearly a lack of communication there.
Yeah,
and it's
like,
supposed to be a partnership.
all these situations lack communication, and a lot of them are pretty, like, I feel like it's pretty scuffed if you're gonna betray your partner, you know? Like, you and your partner should be exactly that, partners, you know?
Yeah, like you should talk, and like in the scenario where like the woman gets pregnant and at like the last minute she's like, you know what, change my mind, gonna have an abortion. I don't think that should be a surprise to the husband. I think if it is a surprise to the husband, then he's a little bit at fault because something's clearly wrong. Like with the relationship and score, if he didn't see it come.
Yeah, like, I think that it's a very complex situation, and I actually appreciate we're not yelling at each other about our differences, because we're
Well, I mean, I'm never
mature.
gonna have an abortion myself, you know. Like I
never-
have no dog in this fight.
Listen, you never know. Never say never.
Yeah. Hey,
It's
Chinese.
It's 2024. You never know what technology will bring.
Yeah, they seem you really work on that gene editing, man. Like, possible. I have dreams.
I got a question for you. Okay. Out of what politicians in America, out of all of the male politicians, if they made it possible for them to get pregnant, who do you think would get pregnant first?
Pete Buttigieg. Pete Buttigieg? I don't know, but he's gay and he ran for president. He was like the first dude to
Pete
like almost
Buttigieg.
make it and be gay.
Oh, I heard about that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
You
for
know
sure.
you know who I think it would be?
Who?
Donald Trump. So he
I wanted to say
so
that
he
almost.
can say
immediately.
he did it first.
Yo, in the debate, he literally said, "Whatever wins the election." No, I'm like, oh, if that would win him the election, I think he might do it.
I reckon he would.
Yeah.
And then it would be like, pregnancy's not that hard.
Yo, have you seen him from the side? He already kind of looks like he's halfway there. He's like 240 pounds and like 5 foot. I don't know. Is he 6? I don't know. He's not that tall, but he's got a fucking pellet.
Is he 5 foot?
No, I think he's actually like 6'1".
Well, I guess would you consider debate over?
I mean, it seems like
I feel
we kind of agree
I
with
feel
each
like
other.
we agree with each other on some points, but like disagree on other points, but not to the point where it's like you and I are like, I'm gonna kill you or something. I don't even know.
I think like the extreme cases, you're like, I lean this way, and I'm like, oh, I mean, that extreme case, no, fuck those people. But outside of like in the normal relationships, like if you and I wrote the laws, the world would be fine.
You'll laugh, by the way. I accidentally moved my little screen thingy, and so it's gonna be.
Oh, it uncrops, doesn't it?
It uncrops a little bit.
It does. I discovered that right before the stream. I was like, oh crap, it's stuck where it's at.
I didn't think. Oh, I fixed it, so it's fine. It's easy, but yeah, I guess. Is that?
I mean, I guess. You have any like final?
Like, listen, kids, wear protection. It's dangerous out there, so remember, protect your sword.
Yeah, science has come far. You can freeze your sperm and get a vasectomy. It's, it's expensive, but you can do it.
Vasectomies do exist. You don't need to. Vasectomy does not kill the sperm; it just kills the tunnel.
The future is now, motherfuckers. Like, we can fix this if you want to invest a little bit in science.
There's a movie out there with good old Arnold, who was a man and pregnant. That won't be you.
Was that really a movie he did? Oh, my governor?
Yes,
My governor?
He did.
Oh, sweet Jesus. I need to Google that after this. Wow, do not fuck with my baby. I'm going to about it.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but yeah, look him up as a mother.
I'm actually going to do that right.
But yeah.
But yeah, I guess we agree, you know, largely in general. I think did we agree on the financial stuff?
Pardon?
Like it seems kind of like we agree men should have a way out in general. That was like the topic of the video.
Definitely.
But maybe I'm surprised. I think that they should have less of a way out than you in regards to like choosing to abort it. I'm kind of surprised.
It's funny because it's like I feel like it's really ironic that I'm a lady.
Yeah, and you're
not a lady.
I'm thinking about it through the lens of like, well, if I say that we can dictate when they get an abortion, they can say when I smoke weed, and I don't like that. Maybe that's a little petty to compare the two, but that's just how my mind sees it. Yeah. Good job, us. We haven't yelled at each other. This must be a first for the 20th century.
Yeah.
Or 21st.
Easy. Well, cool.
Yeah, thanks for letting me chat with you about it.
We don't know how to start a video, and we don't know how to end a video.
I know to press the red button, but it's like a nuke. You're like, is it too early? Is it too early? Is it too early? Oh shit, maybe it's too late. It's that timing factor. Alright, I'll say goodbye to the audience. Goodbye, audience. I hope you had a good night. I hope I didn't bore you too much.
And thanks for inviting me to have a chat about this topic.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me talk to you. Shout out to your boss, by the way. You know, what's up?
Oh yeah. Yeah. If you guys are wondering, I told my boss I'm gonna do this. Hi, boss.
Sorry to put you on the spot. Give her a raise. She's a good person. Hook her up.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna cancel the stream.
Technically, I just got a raise.
And there you go. Give her another qualified. One. Yo, make her manager, like assistant manager.
Technically, I did get a second raise because the government.
Oh hell yeah! I wish the government didn't want any shit.
So, I think she's had enough giving me raises.
Give her a day off so she can be more divisive.
Oh, no, I've got annual leave booked. That's already taken care of.
Alright, I don't know what else she can give you if I use keys to the place. I don't know.
If she sees this, she'll probably laugh at this.
I hope so, shit.
Saturday chips. She knows what it means.
Good luck.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess that's that.
Yeah, it's 3 a.m. I gotta go get to bed.
Okay,
yeah,
you sleep well, and remember, everybody, hydrate. Hydration is important for you, because your body is 90% water.
You need all that water so you can have all that sex for all the abortions.
1 hydrogen, 2 oxygens, in your body. And you need... There's a lot of that in your body, but you need more of that in your body. So if you get a water bottle, just fill it up and drink it while you're watching us. Yeah.
Then fill it up again and drink it again. You need a lot of that.
Okay. I guess let's actually finish this.
Okay, yeah, we gotta finish it actually. Sorry guys. We're just bullshitting for like 5 minutes. Bye.